Hi, welcome to this Grace Yoga class. I'm so glad that you're here and that you're joining me. This class is just a little bit different than the ones that I've taught so far here on Twitch. This class is going to be really for relaxation and for just kind of like finding stress in our body, finding tension in our body, and letting that go, like finding it, and then getting it out. So it's just a little bit different. So a lot of the classes that I've done so far are lots of movement, getting up and moving around, getting up and down off the floor. But in this class, we're mainly going to stay down on the floor. So it's going to be really nice. I can already feel in my neck. Just feels, I'll take this out. It just feels like, just then, I don't know if you heard it, but my neck popped. Like, I totally needed this class today. So glad that you're here. I chose some music tonight by Rebecca Reeds. I used her a lot in my yoga nidra meditation, meditations that I have on Insight Timer. And so I know that hers, I know this one that's on right now very well, and I know that it will bring the tone to this class that is needed. I'm gonna go ahead and do my thing and light my candle here. Go ahead and set your intention for your class. Maybe you want to just feel super relaxed, and so you can say, maybe your intention is, I am relaxed. It's going to be a good class. Maybe start to just gently massage the temples, massage the jaw. Hey, fishy go roars. This is going to be a very relaxing class. So before we get started, if you have a couple of blankets, pillows, blocks, do you have any of those types of props? You'll want to grab them if you do. And if you don't, then you can also use just blankets or pillows. You can use it's gonna be more of a restorative type class. It's not gonna be, we're not gonna get our heart rates up like too crazy, like we have like in the last Thursday class was all about balance. This one's kind of at the just peaceful and restful end of the spectrum. Props are definitely going to be helpful in this class. So what I have set up for myself, and if you have some things like this, it would be helpful. So I'm going to have 2 blankets, I'm going to have 2 blocks, and then I'm going to have 2 bolsters. And then you can use any, like bolsters can be substituted for pillows or couch cushions, or just anything that you can think of, towels, rolled up blankets, and just be creative about it. We're going to just open up with just gentle stretches in the neck. So taking in a breath and dipping one ear toward one shoulder. I had already started doing this at the very beginning of class, and it just popped. I'm going to dip the chin down and then over to the opposite side. So earlier in the day, I had done something called Abhyanga. And Abhyanga is a self-oil massage. So I actually have like this bottle of oil that's made for massaging, and it's by an Ayurvedic company called MAPI, VPK. I think it's like, it stands for like Maharishi, or I'm not sure what it all stands for, but MAPI is where I get it. Banyan Botanicals also sells really good oils and products. Dipping chin down. And so I have one to pacify my vata. And so what vata is, it is the air element within us, the air and space element. We're gonna just shift the ear from side to side. So just kind of do what feels nice for you. And what's so great about that is, I mean, it's kind of like, it's an act of self-care and self-love. And when you're ready, we'll bring the chin down toward the center and midline, and then lift the crown of the head up. And take in a deep breath here. Roll shoulders up and back and down. So I've got my cozy outfit on today, because I was like, we're just gonna relax, and we're just warming up the body here so we can, once we start to get into our stretches, we've at least warmed up the shoulders and the torso, the neck, and then we can relax. And bringing shoulders here, just relax them down. And then we're gonna circle. I think I'm going to just see the distraction. Like as thoughts come in, as distractions come in, just dismiss them. I don't really want to ban this person. I just want to remove the message. We're going to start to circle the abdomen. And as our thoughts come in from the busyness of our days, we can just kind of dismiss them, like I was able to just kind of like take that message off there. It wasn't a bad message, but it's just like, I'm not in the mood to like, oh, you want to be famous? Like, not really. I just want to relax right now. So let's bring it down. And circling the other way. I just want to take care of myself right now. Let this feel really good, really nice for you. Oh, another thing I forgot to mention is a strap. So if you have a strap, you may use one, or there's a modification where if you don't have one, then you can skip it. All right, so we're gonna move over to our hands and knees, and we're going to cat-cow the spine. So just coming over. If you've got a blanket on your mat, it's really nice to have under the knees. And then we're gonna start to sink the hips down. Exhale, round. So another reason that I'm wearing like kind of different stuff today is because when you do self-oil massage, like you really just oil your whole body. And so I did that earlier. And whenever I got out, of the bath and finished rinsing off and everything, like the oil is still on, because you don't rinse it off with soap. Just cat-cowing the spine, maybe taking it from side to side. Oh yeah. And so the oil is still on your skin. And so you want to wear clothes that you don't mind getting oil on. And this is one of my really old t-shirts that I used to go running in. Like when I would say I'd go running like 30 or 40 miles a week. And this is when it says run on it. Run, see? But I'm not here to run, I'm here to relax. All right, and so I had to put socks on too, because your feet, like I totally massaged, like oily massaged my feet. Oil. I felt like the Tin Man from Wizard of Oz, oiling everything. I'm gonna tuck the toes and go ahead and press ourselves up to downward facing dog, just pressing the hands into the mat, maybe walking the hands out. Yeah, that feels nice. And these socks are old. See, that one has a hole in it.
I don't know if you can see. Yeah, you can see. These are just old socks that I don't mind getting oil on. And if you want to know more about that oiling massage, I actually posted on Instagram today a link to Banyan Botanicals demonstrating how to do it. So if you go to my Instagram and just check out my post there on Abhyanga, then you can have a link that'll take you there. We're gonna bring the knees down, cat-cow the spine once again. So these poses that we're gonna do are really gonna be helpful for lowering the blood pressure, reducing stress. When we're stressed out, we tend to eat unhealthier, maybe like reach for things we shouldn't reach for. All right, and let's get started to our first pose. So we'll go ahead and grab a bolster or some pillows. We're gonna place it on our mat here. So you can use one bolster, you can use two if you need. Actually, and get 2 blocks. So I'm gonna set this to the side. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna put 1 block here and 1 block here, kind of close to the knees. And everybody's body's different. So just kind of let's play with this, see what works for you. And the goal is going to be to have your bolster here with the blocks underneath. And then you can have, you can even have 2 bolsters. I think that would be too much for me. And then snug up to that bolster. Then drape the belly over and then place the forearms underneath. And just notice how the body starts to, the shoulder blades start to melt down. So take your time here, no rush. I know this is new. This is a new class that I have not taught before. So take your time. Take your time to get here in this pose. And I'm going to set a timer just so that, we're in this pose for, let's do two minutes with the neck. Well, let's do 1 minute looking one direction. So I'm going to go ahead and start the timer now just to kind of give an idea. You can stay longer, of course, because it'll take me some time to set up for the next pose as well. I've got my Yin Yoga, Bernie Clark, and how's the mic? Okay, good. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't. Okay, I'm going to be mindful of that for us. My Chris Liebsack, sorry. Say his name right. Or her name right. God. This sequence is actually designed for someone who has a headache right now, to help that go away. All right, and then we're going to switch the neck to the other side. Use your breath here to really focus on finding stress in the body. If this isn't comfortable under your knees, you're welcome to roll up a blanket and put there, or even a blanket between the hips and the heels. Let waves of relaxation just start to melt over your whole body. And soften the jaw. It's probably not the best timer to have. Sorry. All right, and so that was the first pose. So you just kind of get an idea of what you're in for tonight. And that's why props are so important during this class. And you can do it without, like you could stay in child's pose that whole time. But there's something about having these supports below us that help us to kind of like open in places that we wouldn't otherwise if we didn't have the props. All right, so the next one is supported single leg fold. And so this is kind of similar in that we're going to extend one leg out. Hey, thank you, Grizzled, for following. We're gonna have one leg out, and then just like using these bolsters here, we wanna support our head over this forward fold. So really stack it up just as high as you want to. And then, I don't know how the lady's reaching toward her feet with all these bolsters. I don't think her bolsters are as big as mine. I'm gonna see if I can do something softer. Yeah. Just really actively relaxing here. In the model, she's actually grabbing her toe, but I wouldn't worry about it. I would just do your single leg forward fold. And maybe take the forehead down. So I'm gonna place this bolster under my forehead and look down. Oh yeah, man, I can see how this is targeting my headache for sure. Like targeting it to get rid of it. And we're going to switch to the other leg. So I know that's different, and it might take just a while. That is so like when you know that it's like right when your cat comes into the room and like chills out with you. They're like, oh yeah, this is great. Because when I meditate, my cat will come and do the same thing to me. All right, we're gonna get onto the other leg, so make sure to bend that opposite foot, placing it on the inner thigh there, and then we're gonna just roll over. This is kind of a balance challenge with these bolsters. I might use a block to kind of keep it kind of supported on the side there. I'm gonna use some blocks like a fork here, if it'll work, yeah. I'm placing the forehead down. Oh, no worries on the block. My forehead's got it now. And I'm gonna get my timer. Yeah. And as you're here, just taking a deep breath. Notice the changes in the body as you breathe. Maybe the changes in the emotional awareness. Coming out of this, so I'm gonna remove the supports and the bolsters. And supported forward bend. Got a sequence here that we're going off of. So seated forward bend is kind of like staff pose. You may want to double up on your blanket, just folding it in half one more time, just to lift the hips just a little bit more. And then kind of the same idea with the bolsters on the thighs here. So a lot of times we'll use a strap in this pose and then lean over, but we just want to feel completely supported. So I'm going to do the same thing where my forehead will rest right here, and so my face will be looking down. And we want to stay here, oh, not long, a minute or so. Whenever you're ready. And notice your shoulders, see if you can relax them. Breathe nice and deep and feel the breath go into the lower back, and the middle back, and the upper back. Another deep breath here, and then walk the hands back toward the body. Hey, John Bro. John Bro, what's up, Mom? I'm glad you're here. All right. Oh, I'm already so zen. I'm like, oh. So our next pose is, we're gonna get into downward dog. Not long, but keeping the energy up. Now with this down dog, it's a little bit different in that we're gonna support the head with the block, and we may have to just adjust. How you doing, John Bro? How are you? All right. So here in down dog, we'll go ahead and just come into hands and knees, like tabletop, press up, and then see where your block needs to be for you to be able to relax. So I've got a blanket folded over and one block on medium setting, and that seems to be a pretty good height for my head. So I'm placing the space kind of at the top of my forehead, right on, resting it on the block, letting it support my head. You don't want the support under your head to be too forceful, because we don't want to push on the neck. We just want it to be just right. And so to have a blanket under your head might be a good way to go, but a blanket and a block is kind of like the balance between just enough support with the block and its firmness and the blanket with its softness, to have a little give. Just another breath here. Or if you're just getting into this, once you do get into your down dog, take about 3 deep breaths. Your knees can be bent if you need, of course. And then whenever you're done with your 3rd breath, you'll come on down all the way. Hello, Mom Vaughn. How are you today? Welcome. I'm pretty swell. Yeah. All right, we're gonna press back up into down dog, and this time we're gonna walk our feet toward the center and then begin to walk our hands back toward the body. This is gonna be a little bit different because I'm gonna have to support my head with some blocks here, and my hands can go to the blanket. We'll see if this works for you, or take your time to really find what does. You can bend your knees softly, subtly. We're only gonna stay here. Now, hey, Dragon Maiden, yeah, we're doing a restorative yoga class today, just zen. So if you have glaucoma or eye issues, you want to be real careful about forward folding. You don't want to do that. It would be best to just go back into child's pose or lie down. All right, so on this one, we want to stay in our forward fold. Not long. Just about maybe 5 deep breaths. If you've already done that, you're welcome to come out if you like, or if it feels nice, you can stay here longer. The sequence is designed for anyone who's struggling with a headache. This pressure on the head really is quite relaxing. When I get up, I might have a big old red spot on my forehead. We all might, and that's okay. And give us something good to laugh about. Yeah, my days definitely swell now. It's been a long 4 days. So I'm so glad to be here. All right, coming out of this, we're moving the blocks away, and then we're gonna bring the knees down. Down to the mat. And then here's where we're gonna use our strap. You're gonna want, okay, so we're gonna lie like on a bolster. So it just depends on your own body. I'll demonstrate first, and I'm gonna get another blanket for my head. So I want my head to be kind of my neck supported. My shoulders are gonna be here. Yeah, my shoulders are gonna be here. My shoulder blades, kind of like the bottoms are here. So it's kind of like a back bend. Now an alternate to this would be reclined. No. Got this. Forget what I was about to say, the alternate. That's the next pose, actually. I think. Oh, no, it's not. An alternate to this would be, you know when we're in bridge pose and we put this block underneath our sacrum? I can show you real quick. If you don't have any props and you don't have all these props, you can roll on down. And then we'd come into bridge pose by pushing our hips up and then placing the block on its lowest setting or so here. So this is the modification if you don't have any of these other props. But if you do, I'm going to demonstrate how to get into it. This is probably the most like involved one at this point. Yeah. All right, so before we lay down, and this bolster might be a bit big, we're actually gonna use the strap kind of in a cool way. So if you have a strap like this, it really comes in handy. If you don't have one, don't worry about it. You can extend your legs out long. But these little metal clasps things that you have, you run the one side of the strap through, and then you split them in half and then run it through the other way. And then this comes a strap that you can adjust. And you just, when you get it, you don't want the metal part to kind of touch anywhere on your body or your skin, just because it can dig in and press and not be very comfortable. Okay, so yeah, John Bro, you can get, I got this off of Amazon. I ordered it, and this is a 10-foot one. And if you're really tall, I would recommend a 10-foot one. This is just way too much for me, but I got the long ones because I teach all sorts of different clients, so the big one actually comes in handy. And the feet can be further away from the body, so it doesn't have to be, you don't have to have your feet like super close into the body. They can be extended out a little bit longer. And you'll want it to be extended out just a bit. And then you'll want to kind of snug up to this. And this bolster is way too big for me. So I'm gonna get my smaller bolster. You can even use a blanket instead or do it crossways. I'll move this bolster out of the way so you can see better. So I'm gonna place it right there, in the back of the pelvis, sits bones, and this one's still too long. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go long ways, or, yeah, there we go. Yeah, that's better, better. Support under my head. And then just let the knees fall out to the side. Sorry, my knees come all the way down to the floor, but yours, it may feel, I mean, to me, I'm like, God, it's really not any fun. It's just like, there. But this is what we want. You can even place something to cover the eyes here. We want to open the heart. You can have your arms out to the side. If that blanket or support under your neck isn't enough, you can roll that blanket up even more. And just begin to find softness and stillness. And if this bolsters too much, you're welcome to just use a blanket, maybe fold it up, or nothing at all. And if you don't have a strap like this, or if your feet don't come together, if it's not comfortable for you to keep your feet just together, then you can extend your legs long, maybe even put some sort of bolster under your knees, kind of like we do in our Shavasana. And then let's start to come into this heart opening pose, closing the eyes. And then I'm going to start the timer. And what did I tell you? What did you say, Fishy Go Bars? Look, here she is. Here's mine. She senses it. She senses the relaxation. I know. I know. Come here. Oh my God. That's right. That's right. She's silly. She's never, oh my gosh, she's craziness. Zen. I have my timer going. So again, these poses really help us to get relaxed, reduce stress, reduce our blood pressure, help us digest our food better, help us to make better decisions as to what we eat and what we drink, how we sleep. Kind of go into your own body now with the breath. Take in a deep breath. And look for any tension or tightness within the body. And then exhale that out. See if you can relax the shoulders. And you might even start to feel like becoming aware of your brain waves. I know that might sound a little bit odd, but as a yoga nidra practitioner and a guide, I've practiced yoga nidra so many times. I've noticed that I can tell when my brain waves drop from our regular thinking state down into a meditative state. And it's actually really cool to observe that. Some people see colors or shapes when that happens. And some people, and if you need, some people just fall straight to sleep, and that's okay too. It probably means that you needed to do that.
We're going to start to bring the body back just to the room. If you left, you may have stayed present the whole time. Begin to draw the knees inward. Maybe take the feet out of the strap and rolling over to one side and pressing yourself up. So there's all sorts of things you can do with the bolster here, like other poses, like do lateral bends and stretches. I know Yoshi was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. I mean, like I didn't expect her to jump up on me like she did. She's craziness. All right. Oh man, that was good. Okay. Supported forward fold. Wide angle seated forward fold. I got a note for myself here, lots of bolsters, because this is not something that I'm very flexible at. That's okay. That's why I need to do this. I don't even know if 2 bolsters for me is going to be enough. All right. All right, so got my bolsters here. We're going to take our legs and kind of have them out at a very wide angle. There we go. I don't know if I should go to the side angle. Oops, wrong one. There we go. Yeah, side. So legs nice and wide here. And we're going to have these bolsters here. I think I might even have to fold this blanket up. Probably have that on top. And what we're going to do is we're going to lean forward over this and rest our heads. So I'm going to do like this, place my forehead on this blanket, and rest down. Just see what works for you. We'll take a few moments to kind of ease on into this and see what works best for us. I might turn my blanket the other way. I feel like I need even more. Yeah, that's better. And I want to feel like these touching my body because it makes me feel more supported. So I'm going to bring these bolsters and hug them into my body even more. The blue straps, they're just called straps, like yoga straps. If you look up yoga strap on Amazon, they'll come up. Yeah. And we're going to hold this for, let's just do, we'll do like 10 deep breaths. No need to count. I've got the timer going. We're just going to inhale nice and deep and exhale nice and slowly. So try to make your exhales longer than your inhales. I even have a blanket here under my hips, kind of lifting them up just a little bit. Deep, slow inhales and even slower exhales. A nice deep breath here, and then we're going to walk the hands back. Maybe you're like me and don't have very far to go. Ah, nice. All right, and then we're going back to lying down. So before we do, let's just take a moment here. Have a nice, easy seated cross-legged. Just kind of check in with the body. Close the eyes for just a moment and relax the shoulders away from the ears. And just notice anything different in the body from the poses that we've done so far. We've done a heart opener, and then rounded forward. Relaxation. So our next pose is going to be legs up the wall. I think I can demonstrate here. I may have to move my candle out of the way. How about I put it right there? That's nice. That's beautiful. All right, legs up the wall. So when you're in legs up the wall, you don't have to, you can actually use a chair if there's not a wall available. You can actually have your feet up on a chair. I'm gonna have my bolster up against the wall and a blanket. I'm gonna use my other blanket here for a support and cushion under my back. Maybe another blanket for under my head. So how to get into legs up the wall is you sit with your hips. Sorry, this isn't like the best angle here. It's okay though. I can switch it to the other once we get into it. So you hug up to the wall, nice and hug up here, right? Then go ahead and turn the hips down. You're gonna come down to your side, keeping the hips, and continue to scoot them up against the wall. And then here, now we're on our side. The buttocks could be kind of maybe lightly touching the wall or slightly away. And then we walk our feet up. Grab my blanket here, put some support under my head, and then have my legs up the wall. I wish I had a camera like right here so we could talk. Let's see, Panasonic floor. So as you can see, legs up the wall. You can even have a strap tied around like your thighs or your calves. And it does help to kind of give a little bit of sense of more support and stability here. Your hands can be out to your sides or they can be on your abdomen, and just checking in with the body. So this pose is also really good if you've just had a really stressful day and it's just been like overload, like super stressed. This helps to bring all of that down, just to bring relaxation into the body. Make sure I've got, yeah. So, and then the modification with the chair would be this same kind of concept where you're lying down, and I may go back to the side. Let's see, what is that? Yeah, so it might be a little bit better for me to be able to talk to you. Would be to have the calves, like the knees bent, and then a chair or something right in front of your thighs, and you just relax the calves down so that your legs would be at 90-degree angle. Kind of like if there was no wall there and my knees would just
my calves would come down and my knees would be stacked over my hips. We're going to stay here for another about 10 deep breaths. Arms out to your sides. Jaw is relaxing, shoulder blades are relaxing. As you exhale, feel your lower abdomen just sinking down into your pelvis, down into your spine. Let the belly button rise and fall. And see if there's any muscles in your body that you can relax even more. Like I want to stay here even longer. You're welcome to stay here if you want a bit more, or if you're ready, you can bend your knees. And just exactly the same way that you came in, you'll like walk your feet out to the side and then come over to kind of like a fetal-like position, and then you'll feel the blood rushing back into your feet here. Taking your time here, not rushing to get up or anything like that. Just take your time. And then we'll move into Shavasana, the pose of rest. What's really great with Shavasana is to have, and I'll demo, but I won't stay in it. I'll sit up and then just provide some guidance for that. So in Shavasana, it's a corpse pose or pose of rest. You'll have a support under the knees and a support under the head if you like. You don't have to. This is optional. And then just relaxing here. Arms can be out to your side, on your belly. So get cozy here. Super cozy. Hair. It's all that oil massage I did. It was really awesome. So we focus on our breath and just focus on the body. Just scan the body, feel the air on the skin, the clothes touching your skin. Let your eyes begin to feel heavy. If your eyes are open, you can gently close them in this pose of rest. Now, if lying on your back isn't comfortable, even with a bolster under your knees, you're welcome to turn on your side or even sit up. Maybe tuck your shoulder blades underneath the body. Inhaling to the count of 5. Exhaling to the count of 7. Inhaling to the count of 5. And exhaling to the count of 7. Just continue this relaxation breath where the exhales are just a bit longer than the inhales. And release, counting the lengths of the breaths. And instead, begin to count your breaths from 10 down. So inhaling 10 and exhaling 10. Just connect with a natural breath. Just breathe naturally. And you'll inhale 9, exhale 9. Inhale 8, exhale 8. And just count on your own down. If you lose track, it's okay. Just return to 10 and start again. It's not a race. It's about being present. Continue to count. And let go of counting. And just become aware of your inhales and exhales, the rise and fall of the belly. Whenever you're ready, begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Taking a deep breath and rolling over to one side, taking your time here. Sitting up, pressing yourself up to seated. We're almost done with our practice. We have a few more breaths to take together. We're going to practice alternate nostril breathing. You're going to use your own right hand. So this is my right hand. And we're going to hover the thumb over the right nostril.
And then hover the ring finger over the the left nostril. Sorry. So this is the move, except as we alternate, you're actually going to be pressing and like closing off one nostril. So go ahead and do that. Go ahead and press the thumb into the right nostril and inhale in through this left nostril. And then we're going to switch and exhale, making it a slower exhale. Notice, is your left nostril open a little bit more than your right nostril? Go ahead and inhale back in through the right. And switch to the thumb and exhale out. It depends. This shifts all the time. The right nostril being open more than the left, or, it alternates. So this balances both hemispheres of our brain. It just helps us find clarity, calmness, and get us back to centered. One cycle is pressing the thumb down, inhaling in through the left, exhaling out through the right, inhaling back in, so just reversing the way that you had done. Thumb goes over and exhale out. That's one cycle. And so it may, if you can imagine the breath coming up and around, kind of like a horseshoe, or from your perspective, coming up through the left nostril, exhaling out, kind of like a horseshoe shape, and then coming back and out through the left. All right, so let's practice like a couple of rounds together. So go ahead and hover the hand kind of in front of the face here. You can see. We're gonna gently press the right thumb on the right nostril and inhale in. Switch to the ring finger and exhale out. Nice and slow. Inhale in with more gusto. Switch to the thumb and exhale out slowly and softly. Inhale in with gusto and switch to the ring finger and exhale out. Inhale in. Switch to the thumb and exhale out slowly. Let's do one more full round here. Inhaling in, exhale out. Inhale in. And exhale out. Release the palms down. Oh no, you got dropped all that time. Boo. Oh, well, I missed that you were gone. So we're gonna bring hands here to heart center, either with hands stacked on top of each other or hands in Anjali Mudra, the pose of gratitude. And this is pose of self-care. So your choice, whichever you'd like to do. The divine light and grace that is in me recognizes and is so thankful for the divine light and grace that is in you. Namaste. Well, I totally just smacked my forehead on the floor just then. Oh yeah, that's sad. You were gone. I know we were just we were doing a very Zen yoga class just now. It's a different class than I've ever taught here before on Twitch. And I tell you what, I had a headache at the beginning, and this sequence is for those who had a headache. And if you did this series with me, maybe you're like me, and your headache went away until you smacked your forehead on the floor when you did your namaste. Namaste, Fishiko Roars. Thank you so much for joining. I so enjoy when you're here. Oh my goodness, I love it. I really enjoy that you come and do yoga with me together. Like, we're together on this. It's awesome. Any questions? Anybody have any questions about yoga, about
this is more of a restorative yoga class. I kind of like being a little bit more. Maybe I can back it on up. Yeah, so did Yoshi. Oh, I can't believe she came in here. Your cat loved it too, 10 of 10. Awesome. Yeah, that was a good ending for the practice for this week. Oh yeah, it's totally fine. Yeah, I wish you could make it on Wednesdays too, but you know, we all have things that we have to do, and I used to stream at 5:15 in the morning. Can I ask what time zone you're in? If you want to share, you can share. If you don't feel like it. Yeah, bolsters. I got mine these are from Gaiam, but I get a discount for being a teacher, so they're not like they're kind of soft. Amazon was where I got the other bolsters that I have. And then I actually got one from a yoga teacher. It's what, 6 o'clock where you're at, John Bro. But I got the other bolsters. Oh, okay, East Coast. So it's like 9 o'clock where you're at, Fishigo Roars. Wow. So this was a great class for you. That counting that I had shared with you, the counting of the breath, that's part of the Yoga Nidra practice that I guide. And a lot of my people that I've taught, when they get to that point in Yoga Nidra, they are gone. They are like asleep, like fast. And they really appreciate it. They're like, yeah, when that happens, I'm gone. So I totally recommend Yoga Nidra. I think it's a great thing to do and practice. If you need help getting to sleep, it's a good practice. Yeah, cool. That's so cool that you're over on. I'm starting to get like lots of contacts over there, like in the Pacific. You know, my brother-in-law's up in Washington State, and I've been to California. I've been to San Diego. My brother used to be stationed over in San Diego. He was in the military there, in the Navy, and so I visited him there. And you tell a friend, okay. I've been to San Diego Comic-Con before. I went to that, and I saw there was a TwitchCon going on. I don't know when that's going to happen, but I saw the building and I recognized it right away. Can't forget that. It's so busy at the Comic-Con, and I have a friend who lives in San Diego at Pilates Mama SD. She's a really good Pilates teacher here. Oh yeah, it's just Grace Yoga, my username on there. Oh, you couldn't find me? Yeah. Let me see. I think I can just type it in real quick. Oh, let me go to the chat. You know, for like in San Diego, it was too cold for me, but I'm from Texas and it's so hot here in Texas. It's like super hot. So whenever I went to San Diego and at night it would get in the 60s, I'm like, oh, I had to put on a jacket. Site. I'm gonna send you the link real quick. Tumblr.com/Grace Yoga. Did that send a link? I might have to copy and paste it, because I think it might need the HTTP beforehand. Oh, my face is huge on that. Oh my gosh. I might need to change my picture. Will that come through as a link? Yeah, well, I guess they both came through as a link. So that's a link directly to all my meditations that I have. The Yoga Nidra for rest and sleep got no music behind it, and it's been around the longest. I think that was, well, not the longest. There's some that I've done before. And then the Yoga Nidra for deep restful sleep has similar music to what I was playing in this class, kind of like gently supporting it.
The one with the kind of like the silhouette of a lady, that one's real short, but that one's intense. So I wouldn't recommend that like just before bed. I mean, some people love it. They say it really helps them. It just kind of, that's one of the ones either people love it or they hate it. So it's just, there's not really like an in-between for it. Yeah, thanks for checking it out. Yeah, let me know what you think, if it's something for you. I know everybody's different. And yoga nidra may not be the solution for everyone, but when I found it, I felt like I found a gift for myself. And that's why I started recording my own and then sharing them out there with other people, because it was such an amazing, like life-changing stress reliever. You're welcome. Hey, Mom Vaughn. Thank you so much for that. Yeah, how are you doing, Mom Vaughn? So it's Thursday today, and today's, I've worked, so I have a full-time job, and I've worked 10 hours every day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So that's why when I said it's been a really long week, it's been, yay, I'm so glad you're great. I'm so glad to hear that you're doing good. But yeah, so I've been working 10-hour days so I could have one day off in the middle of the week. But just so happens that, yeah, no, I don't work on the weekend. Yeah, no. Other than doing, like, I'm gonna paint that wall back there. I'm gonna paint that one probably this weekend. It can be, but since we're working like from the house, it's really not that bad, because if I had to drive in and then back, that would be like almost a 12-hour day. That would be rough. Sometimes I stream on the weekend. Do you? I mean, do you stream, John Bro? There's gonna be like Sunday's International Yoga Day. Okay, that's cool. I'm glad you're here. Sunday's International Yoga Day, and there's a group of yogis here on Twitch that are. It'll be cool if you, even though you don't stream now, if you do whenever you're ready, it's cool. That'd be cool. A group of yogis will be doing like a series of yoga classes. I don't know like what channels or anything, and I wasn't able to get in on that like right away, but I guess I probably should stream a yoga class on Sunday since it's International Yoga Day, but I should probably do it at since it's international, I should probably do it at a time that's suitable for like all over the globe. Maybe I could do it at like 5 a.m. and 5 p.m. or something like that, Central Time. When I used to get up and, John Bro, do you know Makulito? I don't know. He's a viewer. He doesn't stream, but he views other like fitness, sports and fitness. He kind of does some things where he views, and he really does help a lot of the fitness streamers, and he's a mod for a lot of them. And he's one of the first ones that, yeah, that's cool. He's like one of the first ones that came to my stream, but he's in New Zealand, and I just, but he's somewhere else in the world. And hey, Serpent Black, welcome. Thanks for the follow. And so we got to connect earlier today, and I felt like when I changed my stream time, because I used to stream at 5:15 in the morning Central Time, my time, so like, Jarmbo, that would be like super early for you, 3:15 in the morning, right? Maybe more of an approachable time for you, Fishy Gophers, at 6:15. But at that time, I guess where he was at, it was like 1 a.m. in the morning, and so he would join. Yeah, right. I would be totally snoozing too at that time. But it would just be me and him. You know, it was so early, nobody else was joining, and of course I had just started streaming. But what's so cool is that we become friends. You know, we're building a relationship through our friendship through Twitch, and it's just so neat. And so when I had to change my time to 7 p.m. my time, he couldn't make it anymore. And then I actually I missed him. And so like when y'all aren't here, then I miss you too. And it's really neat. I never would have thought that like growing up that this type of interaction would be so meaningful. I know, I'm such a nerd. But yeah, I never thought that we would actually build like these bonds. It must be, I don't know. Yeah. But yeah, so you just build these, and it's like a trust thing too. So when people, like when you're in here and we're talking, and then somebody else comes in, and like I've had so many like trolls come in and post stuff that's just totally inappropriate. But what I would do, I would just ban them like right away, like no mercy. It was like ban, and I didn't know the culture was to like not like permanently ban somebody. So yeah, I mean, I would get in there. I was no mercy. It was like zero tolerance. If you get in there, I was like, I would stop doing my streams. I wouldn't stop the stream, but I would stop doing my yoga poses, and I'd be like, oh, okay, that's nice. And then I would ban them right away. But I haven't had, but like that said, I haven't really had that many problems with it. Like I had one earlier come in, but just trying to say, hey, do you want to be famous? And like, it's not really the energy I wanted for this class today. And I didn't even want that for those thoughts, like the thoughts of like being famous. Like right now, I'm like, oh, I just wanted to be in my little cocoon of peace and like at rest. I didn't want all the, because whenever, I think to get up to that point, your day is constantly busy, doom, 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 doom. Because I'm always thinking like, well, what am I going to do better? I was telling y'all I was going to paint this wall. The paint came in today, and then I have some, I'm going to change the back wall here. So it's not just white. I've got some shelves coming in, kind of like a stone type look that's coming in. So I think that it's good. Yeah, thanks for letting me know, or giving me the feedback as far as my energy. And I really I like it. I enjoy it. And if I didn't enjoy it, then I wouldn't stick around, of course. But I keep coming back because it's so rewarding. It's so nice. Where would I put the water fountain? Like a little one? Maybe you can send me a link to one of what you're talking about. And I do have, I think it's a good idea. I do have Discord. I just don't know, and I know we can share like pictures on Discord. I'm new to this, so I don't really know how to invite. But once I figure it out, I will invite you to come to my Discord. So yeah, it's pretty big. So what I have instead, well, this Om blanket that I have, or not blanket, rug that my sister gave to me. That's a little bit more than 3 feet, but on the other side, I'm planning to put a dog couch. Yeah, Discord, I need to watch some sort of tutorial on it, because I don't know. I have no idea how. I mean, I'm learning, so I'm gonna watch some tutorials and figure out how it works. But this dog couch, let me see if I can find it. You don't? Twitch is just, I like it. I don't really, I mean, there's so much stuff to learn about Twitch that it has so many, and I want to start putting, a bit, okay. Are you talking about, Fishy, are you talking about the dog couch? I couldn't find the picture of it, but it's going to be about 3 feet. It's going to be about like this diameter thing. I'm going to place it over there for Guinevere, and it's going to be like this gold tone to it, and that the wall's going to be kind of a blue color, and I've kind of got my idea on what I want it to look like, and I hope it'll turn out really nice. Come here. Guinevere's going to love it. I think she's going to know it's for her. A bit. Okay, so a bit, from my understanding, it's like 1 cent. It's like, yeah, there she is. Come here. So a bit is like 1 cent, I think. So like when somebody gives somebody 100 bits, I think it's basically like giving them $1, I think. I think, from what I know. And so what's kind of nice about that is that it's kind of an approachable way to kind of share love with your favorite streamers or support your streamer. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. Yeah, there we go. So yesterday, when you do watch the stream from yesterday, during the Shavasana, we did kind of a body scan, kind of what's in. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate that very much. I did a body scan, and Guinevere was just sitting on my lap the whole time, and she just looked really peaceful. And Yogo Hana was on here, and he said that she looked like she was in heaven, like she looked so relaxed. So it's exciting. Like I can show you what it would look like when somebody sends me bits, what I have set up anyways. So that's what I have. So when somebody sends a bit, that's what it's gonna look like. It'll look like Link, and then it'll have somebody, you know, I probably need to customize that a little bit better, but I love The Legend of Zelda. All right. Alrighty, well, y'all have a good night. I don't want to keep y'all up. I worked my 40-hour week already, so I'm off tomorrow. I'm really looking forward to it. That's when I plan to start making all those changes to the walls. So I enjoyed hanging out with you so much. Thank you, Mom Vaughn, for the emotes. Gracie Ben, Gracie Quinn. So my next streams are gonna be next week. We're gonna stick with Mondays, beginners, Tuesdays for hips. We may do another class like this next week. If that's cool, y'all can let me know if that would be welcome. I really feel great after the classroom today. I feel like it was a really good, but sleep on it, and then I'll probably, oh, you're so welcome. I'll probably do like kind of a similar layout for next week, where we incorporate some sort of Zen type relaxation one. So y'all have a good night. Mom Vaughn, you thought that last emote was Yoshi, but instead it's Kappa. That's awesome. That's funny. All right, well, thank y'all so much. Have a very wonderful night, and I'll see y'all next week. Take care. Have a great weekend. I might stream a bonus class on the weekend if you're around for that. I'd love to see you then. Take care.